Hello and welcome to Colorberries. My name is Devon and I welcome you to my channel where I talk about crafts, which includes sewing, knitting, jewelry making, and whatever else I can think of to try or make or share. So if this is your first time to my channel, I welcome you. And I hope that you will hear something that will inspire you and that will encourage you to come back. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you for coming back and for being an encouragement to me because you keep coming back and viewing my content. So there are several things that I want to talk about today, starting with what I'm wearing, my completed makes, and then onto what my plans are. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is this shirt that I'm wearing. It is made using Simplicity 1538. Here's the front. And here are the line drawings. So this pattern is described as Mrs. Shirt with sleeves and fabric variations. There are 5 variations on this pattern. You can make it just in one plain fabric. You can make it with front pockets. You can make it without the pockets. You can make it with contrasting fabric in various places, whether it's on the sleeves, on the collar, down the front. So you have plenty of opportunities to use your scrap fabrics to create contrast on this blouse. On the shirt. It comes in sizes 6 to 22, where the bust size on the size 6 is 36, and the bust size on the size 22 is 49.5. The recommended fabrics are flannel, gingham, laundered cottons, batik, broadcloth, calico, chambray, piqué, poplin, sateen, eyelet, challis, crepe de chine, jacquards, laundered silk rayons, sueded silks rayons, and silk linen. The notions required are buttons, and depending on the view that you're making, you might also need trim, but the view that I'm making, which is view D, does not need any trim. So view D is this one, only I'm not putting front pockets on here. I did make mine with slight contrast in the fabric, but not as on the pattern. All right, so when I looked at the completed fabric measurements, it put me in a size 14, which has a bust of 41.5. A little bit bigger than me, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. A little room, I'm always on board with that. So made the size 14, and I made it out of an Ankara fabric. And with this Ankara fabric, the fabric is the same on the inside and on the outside. Even though I've completed the blouse, I still haven't put the buttons on yet because I am debating if I want to wear it as a shirt or if I just want to make it as kind of a layering piece. Either way would be fine, but I haven't decided yet, so I haven't put the buttons on yet. But I really like it without the buttons. I did do some pattern matching, so you can see it here and here. You can see it where the shirt comes together here, and I have no flowers on my apex, which I was really working hard for. Here's the side. The same thing is reflected on this side. So yeah, I really did take my time and work on this with diligence. All right, so let's talk about this pattern. I saw this shirt built several times by Karen Uter, who is also Euter. I think that's how you spell it. And she's also on YouTube. And I just admired all the variations that she made on this shirt. And I'm like, I have that pattern. Why don't I try it? Because quite frankly, I was a little bit intimidated, because it is a little bit more complicated than what I'm used to sewing. It has two pieces in the front. It has bust darts. It has a button placket. It has, of course, buttonholes. It has a yoke in the back. It has the long sleeves. It has collar with the collar stand. It has long sleeve with the cuffs. So there's a lot going on here that ordinarily I don't make anything this complicated, but I thought I was ready. And so I created a muslin or a toile and determined that I was a size 14. So the fabric that I made this blouse, the shirt out of, keep calling it blouse, it's shirt. That I made the shirt out of is an Ankara fabric that I had purchased quite some time ago. I have completed a maxi length dress out of this that has split up the front. I made that out of this fabric already, and I had enough left over to sew this shirt. For my shirt, I made the long sleeve. All the views on this pattern are long sleeve, but you can certainly make a short sleeve shirt out of this. The inside of the collar stand is made of a contrasting fabric, which is also blue and goes well with this fabric. And the cuff is also made out of the same contrasting fabric. So yeah, so that's what I did. It has where the back comes together, the back piece is a little wider, and so it has a pleat right there in the middle. So I utilized to make this blouse, of course, the instructions in the pattern, but also tutorials on YouTube. For instance, tutorials on how to attach the collar, how to attach the cuff to the sleeve, and just kind of viewed those tutorials by different people to see which one would work best for me in addition to the written instructions. And I believe that I was successful in completing this blouse, and I believe that I'm going to make several more copies of this blouse shirt because it was a challenging make. It required me to slow down and pay attention to what I was doing so that I would complete it with success. And I thoroughly enjoyed the process. And so for that reason, I believe that I'm going to make this again. This is a blouse for a shirt to be sewn by a person who has sewn other garments. This is a good one to try because of the different skills, the collar, attaching the collar, the cuff, putting that together before you attach it, buttonholes, the yoke in the back, those kinds of things. Next level sewing, and I would encourage you to try this pattern, Simplicity 5138. The next thing that I made was Simplicity 1021. And here are the line drawings. So I had spoken about this pattern previously and that I was going to be making the shorts. So I have completed the shorts, and as the instructions, as the cover says, easy to sew. It is easy to sew. It consists of 2 pieces in the front, 2 pieces that make up the back. It has pockets, it has a fly front, and elasticized waist. So this pattern is described as men's robe and night shirt in or pajamas in 2 lengths. And the recommended fabrics are broadcloth, chambray, cotton types, flannel, seersucker, interlock jersey. And I used an Ankara fabric to make these shorts, and I have another pair prepared to go. The notions are snaps for the fly front, and elastic for the waist, and of course your thread. This pattern comes in sizes extra small to extra large, where the hip on the extra small is 31 to 32 and 1/2 inches, and the hip on the extra large is 47 to 49 inches. Additional information on the envelope gives you the side length on the shorts and the leg width on the shorts. So this was a pretty easy make. I cut it on one day and sewed it on another day because I'm not a fast sewist and I do work. And so I have to budget out my sewing time. So even though it can be done in one setting, I did it in 2. So yeah, easy make. Definitely encourage you to try. I'm going to make other pieces out of this pattern for him because yeah, it has many options, including the robe. He wouldn't wear a nightshirt, but the long pajamas the long pajamas has long sleeves and long pants, and the short pajamas has short sleeve top and short pants. So yeah, lots of options in here, and I'm going to definitely explore this pattern. So those are the items that I have completed. I'm going to talk now about the items to come. So I have cut and ready to go Simplicity 9133. And here's the back. It is described as Mrs. Top, which is basically what it is. It has a bunch of variations. You can make it with a scoop neck with or without sleeve, the V-neck with or without sleeve, or the square neck with or without sleeve. So many options here. The one that I have prepared to go has the scoop neck with sleeve because I want to be able to wear it when the weather gets a little cooler, so that, you know, maybe I could put a cardigan or a jacket over it, wear it to work. So yeah, I have this cut out and ready to go. It comes in a size 8 to a size 24, and that's coming up next. Also in my plans is Butterick 5908. And here's the line drawings. So this is an older pattern, 2013. It's been in my stash for years because I've always aspired to learn how to make pants. It's described as easy, which I don't particularly agree with because pant fitting is never easy. At least it's not been easy for me. So I have made a toile. When I made the pattern made the garment right out of the envelope without adjustments, it was too long in the crotch and it was too wide at the hips. So I made a second toile and adjusted it. And so now it's put me in a size 14 in places and a size 12 in other places. And so I, with my completed toile, I am now ready to make my pants. So I will, of course, keep you updated as to how that goes. The next thing on my plans for sewing is New Look 6560. And here's the line drawings. So this is a beautiful top, in my opinion, with various with variations on it. So you can make it with long sleeve and flounce, or long sleeve without the flounce. You can make it with a flutter sleeve with or without flounce, and of course you can make it as the model's wearing it without the flounce. But in whatever variation you make it, it has a tie around it. It is a wrap blouse, and so the tie comes separate from the blouse, and there is you can put a ribbon or a sash on the inside to put it together, and there's also a button. So I am looking forward to making this, because you can make it as a summer top, or you can make it for cooler weather, you know, because you have the option of making it with the long sleeve. So that's coming up as well. And the last thing that I want to share with you is my socks. So I've completed my socks. Yes. Sock knitting is not a fast process. And I'm delighted to have completed these. I've knitted socks for other members of my family, but I finally completed a pair for myself, and I am delighted. I made it out of this yarn, Willow yarn stripy socks. It is 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon, and the color is called Riptide. I knitted these socks using the pattern No Fear Sock Knitting by Denise DeSantis, who's also a creator on YouTube. And I haven't blocked these yet, but I'm going to block them, and I am going to wear them with absolute delight. So those are all the things I have to share with you today. I just want to say thank you for stopping by my channel, for viewing my content. I would like to invite you to come over to Instagram and visit. My handle is Creatively Colorberries. Here on YouTube, if you have not subscribed, I'm inviting you to subscribe. It costs you nothing but a click. I would like to invite you to like my video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy this content, and I would like to invite you to come back again and visit with me. I'd like to invite you to comment on my videos. Give me your thoughts. Have you made any of these items already? Do you have any insight for the ones that I haven't created yet? Hello would be just wonderful. So anyhow, like, subscribe, leave a comment. And so I'm going to leave you now, and I hope to see you soon. But I wish you a wonderfully creative day. Hope you're making lovely, lovely things, that you are well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.